أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون
صدق الله العظيم.
You are listening to the Breakfast Rush.
Bestow your forgiveness and mercy upon me. Ya Allah, send your peace and blessings on the final prophet and his family and companions. follow him. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
This Surah Yasin was brought to you by Murchison Spice, Pietermaritzburg. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your day.
There's something cooking at Murchison Spice, and its name is Elite Basmati Rice, available throughout the Middle East and now available in South Africa. Brought to you by Murchison Spice, Pietermaritzburg. Available in Golden Cellar and Premium White, high in vitamins and low in calories. Perfect for the health conscious. Contact Murchison Spice on 033 387 2121. That's 033 387 2121. Murchison Spice. Taste the East.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
The chaos and destruction in the Gaza Strip is beyond comprehension. Virtually everyone is displaced, hungry, and in urgent need of life-saving humanitarian support. The Al-Imdad Foundation has been working tirelessly to address the health, nutrition, and water needs of the population. Our hospital, water deliveries, and hot meal programs are made possible with your support. Your donation, big or small, is a lifeline for those in dire need. Help Gaza survive. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
At Radio Al Ansar, we value your feedback. If you have a broadcasting-related complaint, please send it in writing to the head of the Complaints Committee. Be sure to include your full name, contact details, a clear explanation of the complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za. That's feedback@alansar.org.za. Or visit our administrative office at 207 West Road, Overport, Durban. Your voice matters to us.
It's time for the Breakfast Show. The Breakfast Rush.
Check it out.
A great way to start your day. The Breakfast Rush.
Inspiration for the Ummah. Your morning nasiha.
So to the first question about Iman weakening day by day, how do we prevent it? Well, the reason why Iman weakens, and one thing we need to know about Iman is it is something that is, it goes up and down. And this is natural, that it's never going to stay completely constant. There's nothing completely constant, except for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything else changes. Nothing, no state is stable and unchanging. But we want that our Iman be going in the upward direction, inshallah. Yes, we are going to have dips, but what we have to do if we feel like our Iman is going down, it's usually a consequence of slackening in dhikr. Exactly. That's the reason. And so what you'll have to look at is where exactly in your routine are you slacking in dhikr. So remember, this was the advice that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to Musa alayhi salam. So we know that it's good advice. We know that there's very deep meaning in it. When he says, وَلَا تَنِيَ فِي ذِكْرِ, he's telling him and warning him not to slacken even. Not just don't remember me, don't even slacken in it. Because he won't be okay. He has, he knows, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that Musa alayhi salam has this job, right? Has this mission. We all have a job, and we are not going to be okay unless we refrain from slacking in dhikr. So we have to look at in our life, where are we slacking in dhikr? First place you need to look is in your salah. Absolute first place is in your salah, the 5 daily obligatory prayers. And someone else made this point, and it's a very good point, that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala noticed that when Allah gave us the commandment for salah, He gave us the commandment to pray throughout the day. We are not, when we were told to pray 5 times a day, It was at specified times, and those specified times are not all right before we sleep or right when we wake up, but rather all throughout the day. What's the purpose of that? Well, one of the reasons is that makes us continuously be remembering Allah throughout the day. That we never have a period of time that's too long where we are not remembering Allah. Because it's kind of like, you don't take 500 breaths really, really quick and then go, 3 minutes with no breaths, because then you wouldn't get enough oxygen, right? And so the idea here is that the air needs to be equally divided throughout the day. The breaths, right? When we're breathing, we need to have a steady amount of air coming into our lungs in order to live. We can't all just take them all at one time and then go a while without it. Otherwise we suffocate and die, right? And that's the same thing that happens to the heart. Exactly. That it has to be continuous and it has to be all the time, spaced out, constant, in order for the heart to stay alive. So I would say that if you feel your iman going down, you need to look at where is your dhikr slackening. And that's the reason, because that's the reason that your iman is going down. That's the reason for your problem. So if you look at your salah and your salah is in order, you're praying and you're praying on time, and that's extremely important that it has to be on time as well, the 5 daily prayers. If that isn't happening, then you know right away where your problem starts. That's where you have to start to solve the problem. If you have that, then you look at, okay, well, where else am I maybe slacking in my dhikr? Perhaps maybe you're not reading Quran regularly, or perhaps you're not remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throughout the day and other times, either through the, azkar. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the example of his Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you pick up a dua book, like Fortress of a Muslim, Hisn Muslim, or Ma'thurat, or any of these compilations, you'll find there's a dua for almost every movement that you make. There's a reason for that, right? I mean, this isn't just for no reason. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was remembering Allah at every moment. I mean, really, it coming down to everything. I mean, even intimacy, even eating, even drinking, even walking out of the house, coming into the house, wearing new clothes, getting into your car, starting to drive, everything, every moment, every motion, when you're even motions of the heart, even movements of the inner state, like when you're afraid, or when you're sad, or when you're pleased, or when you're not sure and you pray istikhara. I mean, there's always a dua for everything. I mean, we have to reflect about this. The reason for this is because this is really how we're supposed to be living. It's kind of like you buy a brand new car and you just really, really want to take care of it, right? You could be one of those people like myself who doesn't really pay attention to when you're supposed to do an oil change and all that kind of stuff, right? Or you can do that, or when you're supposed. Okay, one time I was driving and I'm on the highway, and all of a sudden the car just it won't accelerate anymore, and it just it's decelerating, if that's allowed to say, if that's a word. I think my physics teacher didn't let us use that word, but basically it was just stopping. I mean, it wouldn't accelerate anymore. And what ended up happening, the reason this happened to my car, is because the timing belt broke. And apparently you're supposed to change the timing belt at a certain number of miles, and I didn't know this. So the timing belt broke and it destroyed the engine. So the idea here is that there is a certain way to take care of the car if you want it to run properly, and you have to keep up with it, right? Or you can be one of those people who slackens in taking care of the car, but then there's consequences. I mean, that's the point. And again, sometimes these things might be optional, but at the same time, if you want to take care of that car and you don't want the car to break down, you need to be doing that. And the more that you're up with the maintenance of that car, the more you take care of that car, the better it's going to run, and the less likely it is to break down when you really need it, right? So this is the same thing with our inner state, with our hearts, is that, if you really, I mean, we have these du'as, we have these supplications for the morning, for the evening, for after salah, for every motion that you do when you get married, when you everything. And so if you really want your heart and your soul to be in top condition working, you need to use these things. You need to do these things. You need to use these adhkar. They're there for a reason.
TBR it is 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM Pietermaritzburg. Assalamu alaikum, everybody, and welcome on into your breakfast rush on this beautiful morning where it kind of drizzled a little while ago and then it slowed down. Not sure what the weather's like in your area, wherever you are. You could let us know. Pop us a WhatsApp message. It's 060-904-1056. Would love to know what's happening wherever you are weather-wise. Of course, we'll get you a weather update in a little bit from now, and well, hopefully you're doing well on this 22nd day of April.
And the 4th of the Qa'dah, 1447.
Oh, you made salams earlier. I'm sitting here waiting for her to do that again.
I did, but in
like
case,
nobody knew tuned in.
Just in case, you only put the radio on like 10 seconds ago. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. How are you?
Breakfast rush traffic.
Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. How are you doing this morning?
I've got my umbrella open.
You, really? Okay. It's raining wherever you are. Where are you?
I'm anticipating.
Precautionary measures. All right, there we go. Talking about precautionary measures, are there things that we should keep in mind whilst we're driving this morning?
You know those umbrellas that you put on your forehead? Just wear one of those today.
Would you talking about like a cap?
Cap, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Let's get on the road, guys. If you're on the M7 this morning, traffic is backing up all the way to Balboa Road Bridge. At this point, unknown what's going on at the bottom of the M7. Waiting for more information to come through. Once I get the information, then I'll obviously send it through to you guys. On the N3 near Maryvale, we've got quite a nasty accident that occurred earlier this morning. Subsequently, the entire N3 is at a standstill. This is now southbound, coming towards Durban. So the entire N3 is closed at this point in time, about 400 meters before the Maryvale tunnel. A truck is involved in this one, so traffic is backed up at this point all the way to Midmar, going past Midmar, beyond Midmar. And what's going to happen is they're going to divert you. So just listen to those officers that are going to be there. Just follow the instructions, please. You'll be diverted off the N3 onto the R103 and then join the N3 again once you pass the accident scene at Maryvale. At this point, the trucks will probably be stacked up on the freeway because they're heavy vehicles, and it's the R103 is not going to be able to handle that traffic or with the heavies. So the light motor vehicles will be taken off, and the heavies will be stacked up. Now, I'm looking at pictures coming through. Middle lane of the N2 going north southbound. Now, this is just past the M19. You've got a vehicle broken down in the middle lane. There's two guys standing on the freeway and waving the traffic down. Just notify the authorities now. Hopefully, they'll get there soon and sort this out. So, there is going to be some sort of march this morning in the city of Durban. And it's been going on now for the past 2 weeks. So if you don't need to come into the city, just stay away from the city this morning, please. It's your first update.
So what we did not report on the a traffic update this morning is this crater that's been dug into West Road in Overport. And this crater has been dug in there because they're trying to fix up the water feature problem that was taking place over the last 2 weeks.
Sewage.
Yeah.
But I blame you all for that.
If you go and say we're full of, and I'll just leave your mic on, and I'm going to sit here and laugh quietly in the camera.
I honestly blame you all. You know why?
Tell.
If you didn't make noise, there wouldn't be a taker.
There wouldn't be. No, but you see the thing, the reason I'm saying the crater is there is because I do know that also here in South Africa, this mystery called a night shift exists. I know it exists.
The human body sleeps at night.
those people that work night shift would like to disagree with you. Ask any of your team members that work between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m.
Including Colonel Raouf's self.
Yeah, he works night shift sometimes as well, so he knows it's there. Thanks, Colonel. Take it easy. We'll catch up with you soon.
Walaikum salam.
So, I know there's this whole story about making a noise whilst people are sleeping and you don't want to disturb them, this, that, and the other. Trust me, those people's noses will thank you. At the very least, their noses will say, I can breathe a sigh of relief now.
The positioning of this one makes it very dangerous.
Yeah. So if you've got to use West Road today, if you come into Al Ansar, just please note that there is a rather large hole that's been dug on West Road, and you've got to be careful. It literally covers an entire lane and a tad bit of the next one. So be careful. It was a bit of a surprise to me when driving to work this morning.
Me too. Thankfully, there was no vehicle on the other side.
Exactly. Because you've got people that use our side of Sheringham Road, which is a one-way street. They use it as a two-way.
Yeah.
So they make it a little bit more dangerous.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
Cloudy weather expected for Durban, 21 degree high at lunchtime for Durban. Just trying to figure out, going through the app, there we go, 59% chance of rain as we get closer into the late afternoon and early evening hours. So cloudy for Durban for the better part of the day, 21 at lunchtime. Pietermaritzburg, winter conditions already settling in PMB. A 51% chance of rain for Pietermaritzburg, but a 16 degree high expected in PMB. Richards Bay, cloudy 22. Margate, a cloudy 22 as well. 18 degrees for Ladysmith, 22 degrees and cloudy in Newcastle. If you're out in Johannesburg, from 9 up to a cloudy 20. Cape Town today from 9 up to a partly cloudy 19 degrees. And that is what the weather app is expecting for today, weather-wise. Anyway, it's 38 minutes, as Nazmeera would read it, 38 minutes past 6.
Yes. Well done.
Yeah, you've only got 22 minutes to go before 7 this morning. A new initiative is aiming to deepen understanding of Muslim communities across the African continent. The Center for Islamic Research Africa recently launched its publication, Mapping Muslims in Africa, a book that explores the political, social, economic and cultural realities shaping Muslim life across all 54 African countries. We'll get some insight on this in a little bit of the program. It's Wednesday and Buddy Governor is expected to bring us a bit of sports news around about 7:30. Of course, headlining news and more still to come on its way here on your Breakfast Rush. And as always, we say, if you want to be a winner with Vodacom, then let us know about it and somebody will get a call back during that time.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031 306 4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickville Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This May, something beautiful is coming your way. Urban Women and Community Buzz are coming together to celebrate the strength of you, the women who carry it all.
If you're a widow or a single mom who is the sole provider, this is your moment.
We're selecting 15 credible women for a special day filled with joy, appreciation, and love. Because you matter most.
To qualify, simply DM your story and date of birth on Instagram at Al Ansar Foundation. Proudly brought to you by Al Ansar Outreach.
Medina, 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 Medina. क्या मदीने में है क्या बताएं तुम्हें सारा कुछ ही हमारा मदीने में है क्या मदीने में है क्या बताएं तुम्हें सारा कुछ ही हमारा मदीने में है सारी दुनिया बताए चला चैन तो दिल का सारा मदीने में है एक पल में मुकद्दर बदल जाएगा सर पे सूरज है गम का तो ढल जाएगा एक पल में मुकद्दर बदल जाएगा सर पे सूरज है गम का तो ढल जाएगा उसको दुखों से छुटकारा मिल जाएगा जो भी दुखों का मारा मदीने में है क्या मदीने में है क्या बताएं तुम्हें सारा कुछ ही हमारा मदीने में है सारी दुनिया बताए चला चैन तो दिल का सारा मदीने में है मदीना 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 जिक्र सल्ले अला से उजाले करो
Yes, now.
ظهر الدين المؤيد بظهور النبي أحمد ظهر الدين المؤيد بظهور النبي أحمد يا هنانا بمحمد ذلك الفضل من الله محمد ذلك الفضل من الله يا هنانا 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 خص في السبع مثاني وحوى لطف معاني ما له في الخلق ثاني
Yes, now.
ظهر الدين المؤيد بظهور النبي أحمد ظهر الدين المؤيد بظهور النبي أحمد يا هنانا بمحمد ذلك الفضل من الله يا هنانا بمحمد ذلك الفضل من الله يا هنانا يا هنانا يا هنانا محمد يا هنانا بمحمد ذلك الفضل من الله يا هنانا بمحمد ذلك الفضل من الله يا هنانا 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 في الصف السبع مثاني وحوى لطف معاني ما له في الخلق ثاني.
Choice Awards 2026, the radio station has been nominated as Best Local Radio Station.
Yes, ma'am.
Second year in a row. And we're asking you to go into that Best of Durban, go to their website, go under Entertainment and Hospitality, and go through all of the various different
ظهر الدين المؤيد بظهور النبي أحمد ظهر الدين المؤيد بظهور النبي أحمد يا هنانا بمحمد ذلك الفضل من الله يا هنانا بمحمد ذلك الفضل من الله يا هنانا يا هنانا يا هنانا يا هنانا.
You saying beautiful morning. I'm traveling from Overport to Umhlanga. The weather is cloudy and the ocean looks a bit rough as well. Take care and have a blessed day. This is Brother Fahim that's listening to the program whilst he's driving. Jazakallah for listening in.
Hajra Habib says, TBR, gratitude is my attitude. Have a Mubarak day. And that message coming to us from Santon in Johannesburg.
Hajra, have a blessed day as well.
And Farida says, I am awake. I am alive. I am blessed. Alhamdulillah for today and every day.
Rafiq says truck broken down at the entrance of Southern Freeway. So traffic's going to be backing up all the way to Bluff Road. So again, truck broken down at the entrance of the Southern Freeway. Traffic's backing up to Bluff Road. Brother Junaid's on the road now and sends us a picture. Says Mgeni Road and Goble Road intersection accident right there. Looks like a bus and a small motor vehicle involved in this one here from the picture. And yes, traffic's going to start backing up in that area, so avoid that as well. Mgeni Road and Goble Road intersection accident that's occurred just a little while ago. Thank you for keeping an eye on the roads for us and continue to do so, please.
Razia Kader says, Assalamu alaikum. It's a bit cold this morning. Well, winter is approaching.
Yeah. Time to get the bigger blankets out. Well, almost time to get the bigger blankets out.
Salams wishing everyone a wonderful day ahead from Shah and Mosina of Savannah Park.
Everybody's best friend is coming through shortly. I'm talking about MH. We'll read his message in a minute. But Muhammad Vali, Assalamu alaikum, says, respect people who find time for you in their busy schedule. Very true story.
MH says, Assalamu alaikum, mashallah, cool day.
Say it.
I will park a little longer under the gudri.
He's got it in park. There's no drive there. I'm not driving out that blanket today. Oh man, shukr to Allah for another beautiful day. Abu Bakr, ameen.
And Fauzi says, salams and du'as to all. There's always something to be grateful for. Make shukr to the Creator.
Daily, every minute of every day. Farooq and Zinat, have a blessed day. The both of you, Wahida Khan in Phoenix, sending salams to everybody as well. Ismail Khan, wishing the team and you listening in a blessed day. This is it, your breakfast rush up until 8 every weekday morning. And in your headlining news for today, we'll start in Limpopo.
6 Limpopo mourners have died and dozens more fell seriously ill after eating food served at a funeral in a village outside Polokwane in Limpopo on Saturday. According to a news publication, the victim started experiencing symptoms such as diarrhea and severe headaches, prompting a rush to nearby hospitals. The local publication said at least 74 people were admitted to hospital.
Outside of South Africa, the Pentagon says the United States forces have detained an oil tanker in the Indian Ocean sanctioned for smuggling Iranian crude oil. The U.S. Department of Defense announced yesterday that the MT Tiffany was boarded overnight. The raid was carried out as a 2-week ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran was about to expire, and a resumption of their talks was on a knife's edge. An unnamed U.S. defense official told a news agency that the Tiffany was captured in the Bay of Bengal between India and Southeast Asia and was carrying Iranian oil.
6:52 and back home, the National Student Financial Aid Scheme has confirmed the disbursement of April 2026 allowances to over 200,000 technical and vocational education and training students. In a statement this week, NSFAS said a total of 203,653 qualifying TVET students received their allowances on April 17th, with payments amounting to 621 million rands. The payment comes amid continued efforts to ensure that students depend on financial aid are not disrupted in their academic programs due to the delays of this funding.
I had to take a minute to not say what I wanted to say with regard to that story.
Tell us, please.
I can't.
But why?
I can't. Because here in South Africa, we know, but we deny. We're in denial of the truth. So let's flip the script a little bit and get you thinking a little bit about something a little bit more positive. And I want to see your comments on this one here on WhatsApp or right here in the comment section on YouTube. It's right down there in that comment section. Do it, right? So listen to this one here, because this is something that's been on my mind like always, and somehow or the other it enters Thabile's mind and she decided to throw it into the script.
Mental?
When you've been working together for so long, I suppose, right? So, if you could instantly gain any skill in the world, just like that, no studying, no practice, no years of learning, what would it be and why? So that's the story. If you could instantly gain any skill in the world, just like that, no studying, no practice, no years of learning, what would it be and why? Would it be something practical, like speaking multiple languages, like, cooking like a professional chef, or maybe being a tech genius, or maybe something creative, like painting or playing some sort of instrument? Perhaps it's a skill that could change your life completely, like public speaking, investing wisely, or even the ability to stay calm under pressure. We'd like to hear from you this morning. What skill would you choose, and why does that one matter to you? Send us your messages, because we'd love to hear your answers. 060-904-1056. What skill would you choose, and why does that one matter? So if you could gain instantly gain any skill in the world, no studying, no practice, no years of learning, what would it be and why? For Nazmeera Cassim, because we discussed this earlier, right? It'll be like, that's all.
No, it's the other one also, but you got to do it. Yeah.
Right? So that's the two skills that she won again. I mean, it's going to make a whole difference in the whole world, because she just learned how to whistle and maybe blink one eye. What is it called? Wink.
I don't know how to do that. I haven't learned it. He hasn't taught me.
I'm not going to... How do you teach somebody how to wink? Like, I turned around, I said, Zach, can you wink? And he just winked and he was like, yeah. And then, so if you try like one eye,
both my eyes will
both go boom. Okay.
Am I the only one? Please tell me.
Are you the only? I think so.
Is there nobody else that does not know how to wink or whistle?
Whistle, like...
Identifying these are things I never thought I would say behind the mic, but here we are.
Right. So, for you, what would it be? Send us your messages. 060-90-410. You got to read that.
I want to be a member of the parliament in South Africa. As it is, there's no skill required, and the paycheck is a hefty one. I'll get to sit on the gravy train for free. Anonymous.
We're not going to say Anissa's name now. Because she put it there. She put it at the end of the message. Raisa is busy typing a message in. Hasina, I like this. Assalamu alaikum, my besties show, TBR. Oh, man. My heartfelt du'as go out to Saeed Bai of Savannah Park on his recovery process after the operation.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for Brother Saeed and his family, inshallah.
Ameen. Now, there's something that I need to address because it's coming through from a couple of people. Mayat messages on this program is only read on air if it comes through from the Burial Society directly. I do understand that a few people are sending through forwarded messages. Please don't look at the screen and read your WhatsApp and say, oh, they blue ticked me and they kept quiet. We're not doing that. There's a rule that we follow, that a Mayat message will only be read if it comes through to the station directly from the Burial Society. Purely because of a bad experience that I had a couple of years ago where I'd read a Mayat message and then the gentleman phoned me and asked me why I'm reading his Mayat message on air. And from that day, we only would read a Mayat message if it comes directly from the Burial Society.
Safety first, makes sense.
Yeah. Hajra says, for me, it's definitely talking different languages. I know a few, but wish I knew more. Lovely. I'm in the same boat there.
What language would you like to learn?
All of them.
If you had to choose one.
No, literally. For me, a skill, it'll be like a superpower, honestly, right? And learning to the point where it'll be read, write, speak, understand.
Okay.
Every form of communication, anywhere.
So there isn't one at the top of your list that you can just pick out and say, yes, all languages, but this one would be the first one.
isiZulu.
Okay.
Sitting on a serious note, isiZulu, because you walk around and your fellow human beings in KZN will talk about you.
Yeah.
You pick up a few words, you just don't pick up the whole sentence, and you know about it. You know about it. So isiZulu, just to understand what they're talking about.
Will you respond?
In isiZulu?
Yeah.
No, you respond in English because they all speak that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little bit of an irritation, but for me, again, to answer the question that was asked earlier, every form of communication, read, write, understand, speak.
Lovely.
That'd be like a superpower.
Lovely.
Thrustly.
Zamir says, a professional footballer.
Wow.
I love the game and want to play alongside CR7. If you know, you know. Naz, I can only whistle by pulling in air, not blowing it out.
That's hectic.
At least he can. I can't do it both ways.
Right. Raisa wants to be a professional chef because it would make a difference in every home. Raisa, the only way you becoming a professional chef will make a difference in every home is if you're cooking for every home.
Yes, I will come for biryani every day.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, TBR.
Wink,
wink, no pun intended. I like to negotiate tactfully and influence people positively. Why? Because I'm direct and straightforward, and that apparently doesn't go down well.
Not in every setting that you sit in. Not everywhere. So, Mayat, if Chelsea football lose after 5 losses in a row? No, man. Terrible. That's just naughty. That's just naughty right there. It's coming up for 7 a.m. Thabile Duma has got your main news bulletin. And, of course, we've got another traffic update coming your way in just a little bit from now. We'll get all of that going for you in a moment. The noise that you can hear in the background is Brother Zakaria trying to negotiate with a camera to please do its work. Just now you're going to hear like, naughty camera. Yeah. And we'll get it going for you. 7 a.m. News bulletin. Here's Thabile Duma.
The Breakfast Rush main news bulletin.
Making news at 7, Luanda Mxolisi Zungu, a former soldier accused of fatally shooting his wife Tanya Zungu 8 times, has told the Pinetown Regional Court that his wife is the one who pulled the trigger and shot herself multiple times. Good morning, I'm Thabile Duma. Luanda Mxolisi Zungu, a former soldier accused of fatally shooting his wife Tanya Zungu 8 times, has told the Pinetown Regional Court that his wife is the one who pulled the trigger and shot herself multiple times. However, in contradiction, he maintains that Tanya did not kill or shoot herself. During his cross-examination by State Prosecutor Rowan Souls, Zungu testified about the fateful day, the 3rd of January in 2024. He stated that while he was searching for his takis to go to the gym, he heard his gun being cocked by his wife. Simultaneously, his wife screamed for her mother, who was inside of the house, alleging that Zungu was assaulting her. According to Zungu, he jumped onto the bed to protect himself by trying to ensure that the gun barrel was not pointing at him. He stated that a struggle for the firearm ensued on the bed, and in that chaos, the gun went off. However, he was adamant that he never got to touch the trigger on his semi-automatic firearm, but failed to say who fired the shot 8 times, with the 7 bullets hitting his wife on her neck and 1 in her chest. General Fani Masemola has declined to address his future as a National Police Commissioner, insisting that any decision rests solely with President Cyril Ramaphosa. Last month, Ramaphosa said that he was looking into his matter. The Commissioner made a brief appearance at the Pretoria Magistrates Court, where he faces 4 charges under the Public Finance Management Act. The case centers on a 360 million rands police health tender awarded in 2024 to businessman Vusmuzi Kat Matlala. The National Prosecuting Authority confirmed the charges do not fall under Schedule 5 offences. The matter has been postponed to the 13th of May, when Masemola will appear alongside Matlala and 12 police officers. In more news, the Tegwini Municipality's Audit Risk Committee says it was concerned about the deficiencies identified in the audit of spaza shop permits. Issues such as non-compliance with the municipal bylaws, fragmented permit management and municipal forms, not accounting for applicant citizen status were highlighted in the findings of the ARC report for the second quarter between the 1st of October last year to the 31st of December last year. Sboniso Shabalala, the former chairperson, stated that as of the 31st of December, there were 111 items still not resolved on the RC audit log, while 52 of these items are over 180 days overdue for implementation. A 58-year-old Dobsonville politician and a church leader will apply for bail today. He's accused of raping a 12-year-old girl. Public outrage was sparked after a video of the violent incident went viral. In an interview with a neighbor who responded to the little girl's screams, she said that she found the victim dazed and next to what looked like a pool of blood. She said, like many other neighborhood children, she was no stranger to spending long afternoons at the church leader's house. She said the lack of electricity in Dobsonville is what lured the children into the home of the church leader. And finally, the head of Peru's election authority has resigned from his role amid widespread anger over the country's chaotic general election earlier this month, with voter counting still underway. Piero Coveto said in a social media post yesterday that he was stepping down as head of the National Office of Electoral Processes, a government body tasked with organizing elections in Peru. In a letter to the National Board of Justice, Coveto denied that irregularities had taken place, as some politicians have alleged. but he explained that he was leaving in a bid to increase public confidence ahead of an anticipated second round of voting in the presidential race on the 7th of June. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 16 rands and 49 cents, to the euro at 19 rands and 36 cents, to the pound at 22 rands and 26 cents. The Saudi riyal is at 4 rands and 40 cents. Gold is trading at $4,756.22 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $98.49 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with your headlines at 7:30 for Red Islands on News. I'm Thabile at Duma.
How do you deal with people that send you friend requests on like Facebook and their profile is locked?
Okay, sorry, I just got distracted.
She's like, wait, do I still have, is that me on the TV? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was you on the TV.
Distracted.
You can now see what's on YouTube Live.
Okay, that's nice.
All right.
Smile and wave.
Let's start again.
Please.
How do you deal with people that send you friend requests on social media like Facebook, but their profile's locked?
I don't deal with that.
Do you delete it? Just leave it there sitting in pending?
Yeah, I just ignore.
That's you?
If I know them personally,
right,
then I'll accept. If
right.
I don't, whether your profile is locked or not, I don't know you, bye.
Right. And that comes from somebody working in the public
If I
sphere.
don't know you,
yeah.
Yes.
Right.
No, even if I don't know a person, if your profile is not locked,
right,
then I'll accept, even if I don't know the person.
Even if you guys don't have any mutual friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I've had, since working here, Muslim ladies that listen to me.
Yeah.
So I'll see somebody, okay, it's a Muslim name. Okay,
this
let me accept.
This is a listener.
This is most likely a listener.
Yeah.
So I'll accept. I don't know that person. We don't have any mutual friends. So I'll accept.
Makes sense.
Like each other's posts, and the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
Yes.
So for me, it's social media. If you locked your profile, you're being anti-social media? I just don't even look at it.
Yeah.
And the number of people that are now just traders with all these fantastic balances, wins and wins and wins and wins, there's no losses, and that send you messages and all of a sudden, hello dear. No, you get deleted.
And I hate being called dear.
So I think if someone invites you from a locked profile,
right, anti-social profile,
they want you to see it, not everybody else.
No, but here's the thing, I can't.
When you accept the invite.
No, thank you. Let's do this.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum, welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. The vehicle on the N2, the southbound near 19, that was broken and cleared up. The one on the NC southbound at Maryvale also cleared up. Traffic is now flowing smoothly in that vicinity. Truck accident on the NC westbound stop to Manual Toll Plaza near Pinetown. Now this one's gone into the bush. You can see the double trailer with a horse. So what's happening is people are slowing down to see what's happening. It's just after the Manual Toll Plaza. It's quite, you'll see it on the side. It's very eye-catching, but just it's on the side of the road, not causing any obstruction, so just please be on your way so that you don't cause any obstruction. It's expecting to rain. We're going to start raining soon. It is raining in some places. Make sure your headlights are on, please. People can see you. Make sure your wipers are working as well. Accident on the N3 southbound coming towards Durban. As you come from Shongweni, ramp, left-hand lane obstructed. Now remember, there's construction work taking place here. So the lane that's obstructed now is where the trucks actually travel. So you're going to be very careful now because the trucks are going to be changing lanes to get into the lane next to that. And that's going to be creating major issues with the traffic backing up on the N3. You still got slow-moving traffic on the N2 northbound between the M7 and Spaghetti. The M2 southbound is also a bit congested as you're approaching Umhlanga. Let's allow for some extra traveling time there, please. That's your final second update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. Much appreciated. We'll catch up with you in a bit on the programme.
Walaikum salam.
10 after 7 when we come back. We're talking about literature. And when was the last time you actually picked up a book and sat down with it?
truthfully every day.
No, man, not as a teacher, but like leisure reading.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. For me, it was Friday.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot to on Sunday. I was tired.
What did you pick up?
So I'm not going to tell you that because no, I can't.
Okay.
There's no advertising for people
Okay.
that don't pay their mullah.
Okay.
But
Fair
but
enough.
on the flight,
Mhm.
not exactly book like turn the pages, but on my phone.
Yeah.
Right? Scroll the screen, but you
But
can
reading,
read. You're
yes,
reading.
yes.
So for me, it was Friday. And then like Sunday, I was too tired flying back. And it's like,
Mm.
I forgot to put that on. But anyway, a new initiative is aiming to deepen understanding of Muslim communities across the African continent. And we're talking with Ismail Vardi on that subject after these messages.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
For the first time, I can dream again.
The Africa Muslims Agency Orphan Hope Program provides the food, clothing, and basic support needed by thousands of children across the world. Every child deserves a chance at a hopeful future.
For 50,000 trans, you can transform our lives with the AMA Orphan Hope Program.
Africa Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
A new initiative is aiming to deepen understanding of Muslim communities across the African continent. The Center for Islamic Research Africa recently launched its publication Mapping Muslims in Africa, a book that explores the political, social, economic and cultural realities shaping Muslim life across all 54 African countries. The center was founded by Dr. Ismail Vardi, a South African academic, writer and former member of parliament whose work focuses on trends and developments within Muslim communities on the continent. According to Dr. Vardi, one of the key motivations behind this project is to close the knowledge gap among African Muslims themselves. Despite Africa being home to an estimated 500 million Muslims, many communities know very little about each other and the challenges faced. This morning on the Breakfast Rush, we're joined by Dr. Ismail Vardi, the founder of the Center for Islamic Research, to unpack these insights and reflect on what Mapping Muslims in Africa reveals about the continent today. Dr. Vardi, assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Dr. Vardi, can you just briefly tell us about the Center for Islamic Research Africa?
It's a new initiative. We are based in Johannesburg, but the important thing is to try and network with academics within South Africa and on the African continent. A better understanding of Muslim communities across the continent. As you indicated in your intro, there are about 500 million Muslims on the African continent. South African Muslims make up approximately 2 million. And there's a big gap between our communities here and Muslims on the continent at large. And the idea is to use research as an instrument, as a tool to develop a better understanding, and through that to raise awareness and hopefully to prompt some kind of action of solidarity or collaboration with Muslims across the continent.
Is quite a broad title. What inspired the inception of the book, and what are the key themes or issues the book focuses on?
So it's not actually a fully fledged book. It's a desktop research sort of study of Muslims on the continent. If you look at North Africa, the majority of people across the states in North Africa are Muslim, almost 90% in total. And if you look at Central and Southern Africa, there are Muslim communities who are minorities. So that's the first line of say, fracture or misunderstanding, that we have a majoritarian Muslim population in northern parts of the continent, and of course minorities in the southern parts. The other important thing is that if Muslims are about 49% of the population on this continent, then the other major religious constituency are Christian people. They make up probably about 51%, but there are also independent churches, the animist groupings, etc. So we need to look at relations between Islam and Christianity, and to minimize potential conflicts, because religion is becoming a source of conflict across the continent, in the Middle East, and other parts of the world. And we need to see how we could harmonize relationships, work collaboratively to look at the development of our people on this continent. Poverty, unemployment, disease, wars, civil wars are the features of this continent, and I think we need to go beyond that. And either religion can play a constructive role in helping to resolve those challenges that people on the continent are facing, or we become an added problem on the continent. And I think that's what we want to explore at an academic level.
Doctor, you've spoken about a lack of awareness among African Muslims about each other. Why do you think the gap exists?
Well, I'm not too sure what would explain it, say, from other parts of the continent. But in South Africa, I think the legacy of apartheid has been a problem. We've been placed in ghettos all our lives, Chatsworth, Lenasia, Phoenix, etc. Except in the last, say, 2 or 3 decades, there have been integration, but also that with stresses and strains across racial communities, there are still tensions. So I think we do have a prejudiced sort of mindset or vision of the continent. And we need to break that down. And it's only knowledge and ideas and research that can clear the cobwebs, in a sense, so that we have a clearer vision. And I think intellectuals cannot sit back and wait for something to happen. They need to lead the process. They need to inspire a new generation, both in our country and on the continent.
And social developments across the continent currently shaping Muslim identity and their experiences?
Yeah, sure. I think it's not like, at the moment, there are many Muslim religious, humanitarian and relief organizations doing work on the continent. But it's like we going out there with a kind of handout, perhaps, mentality. There must be a stronger developmental agenda from our side, number one. And number two, Africa has got a rich intellectual legacy, a cultural legacy, etc., a spiritual legacy. Are we drawing from the positives of other African countries and Muslims on the continent so that we draw for inspiration from them and learn and benefit from them? I think that's the biggest thing.
Are the largest challenges facing Muslims in Africa right now, and where do you see opportunities for growth or progress?
I think the biggest opportunity is the youth dividend on the continent. The average age of the population across communities is about 19 and a half years old. So there's millions of young people, very young, innovative, energetic. And if we can help shape those minds intellectually, give a paradigm, a perspective about development and future, role of Muslims or even other communities on the continent, I think we can make an important impact for future generation. The past is gone. There's not much we can do about it. We've inherited many challenges and problems. But what do you do with this youth potential that we got on this continent? And how can we guide them intellectually and, of course, spiritually on the continent?
As a final question for this morning, bringing it closer to home, why should South African Muslims, or what rather should South African Muslims take away from this research?
I think we need to reflect. We need to look inwardly. In our country, if truth be told, I think there are sort of latent tensions between African Muslims and the indigenous African Muslim community, and let's call it Indian Muslims or Muslims from the Cape, which traditionally or conventionally known as Malay Muslims. Now, there are latent tensions, there are cultural differences, there are linguistic differences, there's issues of inequality and poverty. There's also issues of resources. We have a very developed institutional architecture in previously Indian communities in this country, but we don't have the same kind of facilities and resources in African Muslim communities. So I think we need to begin to look at narrowing that gap, bridging the divide that is there, greater understanding, greater interaction, and to see how one's spiritual perspective can be a uniting factor rather than a dividing factor.
Indeed. Dr. Vadi, I want to thank you for your time this morning and bringing this information, valuable information, to our listeners and viewers, and wish you a blessed day ahead.
Thank you very much.
Alaikum salam.
That was Dr. Ismail Vadi, the founder of the Center for Islamic Research Africa, talking about this publication that is available, Mapping Muslims in Africa. A book that explores the political, social, economic and cultural realities shaping Muslim life across all 54 African countries. It is your breakfast rush that you're locked into now. I'm going into WhatsApp really quickly, right? And if you want me to see you on WhatsApp, then you've got to send the message. It's 060-904-1056. The message I'm looking for is the one that indicates that you want to win with Vodacom. We'll choose somebody in there. We'll call you back and inshallah put your name on the list or the pie chart, the wheel that's going to spin on Friday. And you get yourself that beautiful habba from the Cellular City Group. You'll also get your name into that final. The final where somebody, one of you, is going to take away the brand new Honor 600 Lite. Is a good one.
It is. The specs are awesome.
Right.
I wouldn't mind taking photos and videos with that in my hand.
This one in my hand right now is the Honor 400.
Also pretty impressive. So imagine the 6.
Somebody could have said to me, Nichal, just wait a month and a half and you can get a 600.
We'll see what.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, because I know you're listening. It is 23 minutes after 7. We play with the Cellular City Group of Vodacom stores after this.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Pack your bags for an amazing trip to Russia, magical Moscow, bustling and vibrant, an unforgettable visit to the huge, beautiful Moscow Central Masjid for Juma Salah and lunch hosted by the Imam. St. Petersburg, wow, a cross between London, Paris and Amsterdam. At midnight on board a boat, we move slowly through the canals, marveling at all the brightly lit palaces. Then it's off to the Muslim province of Kazan. The tour departs 8 June. Already half full. Hurry, call or WhatsApp AB Dowji 082-352-3526. The word is Majah.
لبيك اللهم لبيك. Are you going for Hajj or Umrah? We at Al Ansar Shop have got you covered. From ihrams, ihram belts and kitabs. We're also stockist of Zamzam water from the wells of Mecca, dates from Medina, all at a ridiculously low price. Visit us at 207 West Road or call us on 031-208-1601. Al Ansar Shop, your one-stop Islamic shop.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0.
Can I phone somebody really quickly?
Yes, please.
Because there's so many names over here. We go, eeny, meeny, 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 meeny. We'll find one really quickly. Click on that, and what happens? Right, it's ringing. If it's ringing, you must answer. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Who am I speaking with?
Johara.
Johara, this is Nichal from Radio Al Ansar. You sent us a message saying that you want to win with Vodacom. Is it true?
Yes. Yes.
All right, Johara, the way this one here works now is you have got to open up to, and I'm going to give you that clue right now, page 27 on the booklet. Whether it is the physical booklet you've got, whether you're on their Instagram at Cellular City Group or on the Vodacom website, whatever it is, page 27 of the latest booklet. I've got 3 questions for you.
Have it open?
You got it open. Fantastic. Johara, where are you from, by the way?
I'm from Queensborough.
Johara in Queensborough. When was the last time you won a prize on The Breakfast Rush?
I haven't actually ever won a prize on The Breakfast Rush.
Oh, no.
Inshallah, it will be my first.
Ameen. All right, Johara in Queensborough. I'm going to try and make it as easy as possible for you this morning. Question number 1. Vodacom offers you ways to enhance your deals with smart tech. Name an Honor device that you can enhance with.
The Honor Choice earbuds X5.
You could do that, yes. True story. Name another one.
Honor Choice earbuds Clip.
That's also true. Okay, cool. I just needed the one. I was checking. Anyway, question number 2. I'll make it easy for you. True or false? You can add an Honor Choice Buds X5 for only 19 Rand per month for 24 months. Is that true or false?
False. It's 36 months.
It's 30. Whoa. She's definitely got the page open, I'll tell you that much. All right, last question for you this morning. Final one. Get this correct and your name goes into that wheel of, I don't know, I was going to say fortune, but that's another wheel. But anyway, Johara, let's do this. Last question for you. What is the cash price of the Honor Watch 5?
It's 3,059 Rand.
Johara, your reading skills are brilliant. Thank you very much for doing that. And well done. We've got your name on that list of people for this week, Friday. And you get yourself, inshallah, that beautiful hamper. And you'll be well on your way to winning your first big prize with the Breakfast Rush.
Ameen.
Jazakallah so much.
Assalamu alaikum. And thank you for listening every day as you do.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0, Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, the Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0.
I have a complaint.
What happened now? We just had a winner.
I know, right? I know. The complaint is that it's too easy to win with the Cellular City Group. That's the complaint. Make it a bit more difficult, Michelle.
No, don't do it. It's a giveaway.
How do you make it more difficult? By not telling them which page they're supposed to be listening or reading, right? But here's the thing. If you want to do this, if you want to be a winner with the Cellular City Group and the Breakfast Rush, you've got to get to the store, pick up the latest catalogue, because all the answers are in there. If, for whatever reason, because there's almost 10 stores, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no store near you, like, no, there is one near you. But if for whatever reason you can't do it, then go on and follow on Instagram at Cellular City Group. That's CITI, Cellular City Group. And they post those ads from the catalogues there. We're basically dishing out. We're giving you the biryani with the extra masoor, with the fried fish,
easy.
the aloo paratha, everything. I don't know how you're going to have aloo paratha with biryani, but some people do it.
No ilachi involved in this one.
Not at all. It's 7:30, some change. Let's get your news headlines.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, Finance Minister Inoko Tongwana yesterday defended the Special Appropriation Bill, saying that it did not make any backdoor allocations as claimed by some parties. And a bail hearing is expected for suspended Organised Crime Unit member Fani Nkosi. And finally, US President Donald Trump has extended the ceasefire with Iran just hours before the fragile truce was set to expire, but vowed to maintain the naval blockade. That's it for now. For Radio Alansar News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. I got a question on YouTube. It says, I want to vote for TBR. Do I click on that thing on the video? Now, here's the answer. Right, because Thabile, as you can see on the screen, is looking very surprised. She's like, I only thought there was one program. No, there's more. The TBR is also there. Right, here's the thing. You go on that video, there's a link on the bottom end. Because when I posted it, the link that's there, you click on it, it'll take you to the Best of Durban website.
I see that.
And in there, you've got entertainment and hospitality. That's the category. When you open that up, you go further down, you'll find things like best DJ, best local presenter, best, the various different subcategories. Exactly, that's the terminology. And you vote in there, in those subcategories. Right? Now, far be it from me to tell you who to vote for, so I'll bring it closer. You vote for the Breakfast Rush. You vote for Nichal. And then you vote for Radio Alansar, because that's the order that it'll come up. If you're watching the video right now, you'll see it. Zach's put it up there. He's brilliant. So you've got entertainment and hospitality. You click in on there, and then as you scroll the screen, you've got various different subcategories. So check out the various different subcategories, because you'll never know. There's a subcategory in there, and you may have interacted with that business, and you'd like to vote for them. So go for it. Give them a tick, and then keep scrolling on down.
It literally just takes a few minutes.
Yeah, like 2 minutes of your day. 2 minutes.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
You could do it while you're stuck in traffic. Why not? Assalamu alaikum, Colonel Rauf. Welcome.
Alaikum salam, rahmatullah, barakatuh. Thank you very much. You're traveling NC, going westbound, just before the M13. You've got a bus broken down, left-hand lanes obstructed, major delays. Now, not far from that, some idiot driving a abnormal load, took an off-ramp. Now you're stuck in between the two barriers because the abnormal load was too wide. So the M13 ramp from the NC going towards Pinetown is now closed. So everybody has to now take the N3 and go towards Richmond Road and enter Pinetown from Richmond Road. So that's another like 4.5 kilometers from the M13. So that's the route you're going to now use. If you've not passed the pavilion yet, I suggest you take the pavilion off-ramp and then go along Roger Cici Road and then join the M13 from Roger Cici. If you haven't passed Sherwood yet, take the Sherwood off-ramp and take the M13, and that's how you're going to be on the M13 to Pinetown. Because remember, that M13 ramp is closed going towards Pinetown. Until that thing is moved, that abnormal load is moved, you're not going to be able to use the ramp. So just be aware of that, please. Your final update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Rauf. Much appreciated. You take it easy. We'll catch up with you a bit later, tomorrow morning. Wa alaikum salam. You hear in the background, somebody was trying to get a conversation in with him.
They're going, that person, to vote. I just want to know the site.
Where do I click again? Best of Durban. Anyway, 7:35 this morning, Brother Fahim sends a message. He says, maybe TBR and Cellular City can sponsor Chelsea and they'll have a chance of winning something.
Dragged on, excellent length, a little bit of movement.
The Breakfast Rush Sport Update with Buddy Govindo.
Assalamu alaikum, Buddy. Welcome.
Walaikum salam. Good morning to you guys. Hope you're good in the studio.
Alhamdulillah. How are you doing this morning?
Alhamdulillah, all good. Change of weather. Very nice though, eh?
Welcomed change of weather, to be honest. I'm looking forward to the 1 or 2 cold days we might just get during what we call winter.
Winter.
All right, tell us what's happening in the world of sport.
Yeah, my son's in a bad place. Chelsea. We went down 3-0 to Brighton and Hove Albion last night. An absolutely lame performance by the Blues. So I seem to think that they need an entire change from the ownership to the management. And it's just definitely not looking good for Chelsea. 3-0 last night. A poor result. Tonight we see Burnley and Manchester City. That's a critical game. If Manchester City win that one, they go top of the English Premier League. Bournemouth will take on Leeds. A very, very good game tonight. Both of those games. In the IPL, Abhishek Sharma top scored with 135 not out, while Ishan Malinga took 4 for 32 to guide the Sunrisers Hyderabad to a 47-run victory over the Delhi Capitals. Tonight we see the Lucknow Super Giants. They will face the Rajasthan Royals. That's a 4 p.m. kickoff. Staying with cricket, the South African women's cricket team faces their Indian counterparts in the 3rd G20 International out in Johannesburg this evening. That goes off at 6 p.m. The South African ladies lead the 5-match series, 2-0 at the moment. In the South African Premiership tonight, we have a single game. Mamelodi Sundowns will host the Stellenbosch United. All that and more we'll pick up again on Friday. Lots and lots of sports coming up this weekend, but we'll talk about it on Friday, Nichal.
Do you know how to put together a petition and publish it so that other people can vote?
No.
Or you know, like give their opinion on the petition, yes or no?
There's many ways of doing it digitally.
Yeah. Digital, I think, would be a good idea, because what I want to do is I want to put together a petition to the Minister of Sport for pothole dodging to be a recognized national South African sport.
Yeah, I think it's about time, isn't it?
We've had enough practice. There's sufficient professionals to take on this pothole dodging as a national sport.
Like our superintendent says, you should be driving properly.
You won't go all the way into the crater. You might just get one tire in.
Absolutely.
Yep. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, Nish. You, Nazmeera, and the team have a wonderful day as well. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. I think all of us would win those competitions.
Yeah. There'd be like major prizes if you manage to dodge all of the potholes. You don't have to get new tires as soon as you thought it through. Anyway, entrance to Victoria Embankment, Durban bound. 1 lane only. We heard about that truck that's broken down there, so please do take it nice and easy. If you're cooking bhaji with peas and potato, please make sure you're serving it with roti, and that message from M.H. Osman.
Perfect for today's weather.
Yeah. How's about this one here? Everybody can brighten, no pun intended, their day. And if you're not diabetic, then 3 Chelsea buns for everybody.
We'll give you sugar-free ones.
There you go. I'm yet to invent that one there. Traffic to me may always be heavy by Burnwood Road.
Thank you, Butterfly.
Like, who named you Butterfly?
I don't know, maybe
I'm trying to go back on this profile. It's like I can't find another name. There's like, maybe Aisha. Aisha the Butterfly. Thank you for your messages. It is your Breakfast Rush. Let's take a break and come back after this.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence. serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
At Checkers, our Steakhouse Classic range is crafted for those who take pride in every braai. Each cut is hand-trimmed by our expert butchers, perfectly matured and vacuum-packed for tenderness that melts in your mouth. From man-sized T-bone steak, beef tomahawk and classic steak cuts, our butchery brings you over 21 Steakhouse Classic steak cuts to choose from, perfectly prepared. Checkers Cowie Park and Westwood Mall. Butchery, bakery and deli, certified by the NIHT.
This May, something beautiful is coming your way. Urban Women and Community Buzz are coming together to celebrate the strength of you, the woman who carry it all.
If you're a widow or a single mom who is the sole provider, this is your moment.
We're selecting 50 incredible women for a special day filled with joy, appreciation and love. Because you matter most.
To qualify, simply DM your story and date of birth on Instagram at Al-Ansar Foundation. Proudly brought to you by Al-Ansar Outreach.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
The Breakfast Rush.
Kind of makes you in a good mood, happy.
Just makes me feel good.
Makes you feel good.
It's the people's choice.
It makes me feel good just riding around in my car, singing out loud.
Winners wake up with the Breakfast Rush.
ये महकी हवाएं 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 ये रंगी फजाएं ये महकी हवाएं मुअत्तर मुअत्तर है सारा मदीना हरा गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे हरा गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे अगर तैबा को जाओगे तो आना भूल जाओगे हरा गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे ना इतराओ ज़ियादा चांद तारो अपनी रंगत पर ना इतराओ ज़ियादा चांद तारो अपनी रंगत पर मेरे आका को देखोगे चमकना भूल जाओगे मेरे आका को देखोगे चमकना भूल जाओगे हरा गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे हरा गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे गुंबद 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 मदीना मदीना हमारा मदीना हमें जानो दिल से है प्यारा मदीना खुदा कर कयामत में फरमाए मांगो लगाएंगे दीवाने नारा मदीना मदीना तुम्हारे सामने होगा कभी जब गुंबदे खजरा तुम्हारे सामने होगा
तजल्लियों की अजब है फजा मदीने में निगाह शौक की है इंतहा मदीने में गमे हयात न खौफे कज़ा मदीने में नमाज इश्क करेंगे अदा मदीने में इधर उधर न भटकते फिरो खुदा के लिए बराह रास्त है राह खुदा मदीने में अगर तैबा को जाओगे तो आना भूल जाओगे हरा गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे
हदीसे मुस्तफा पर तुम जो हो जाओ अमल पैरा हदीसे मुस्तफा पर तुम जो हो जाओ अमल पैरा कसम अल्लाह की माँ को सताना भूल जाओगे कसम अल्लाह की माँ को सताना भूल जाओगे
हरा गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे हरा गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे हरा गुंबद वो प्यारा गुंबद हरा गुंबद वो प्यारा गुंबद
People on YouTube getting spoiled by Brother Zach this morning, putting up the video. There you go, the tail end of that video on YouTube. Facebook's up and running as well, so there too. If you haven't started clicking on YouTube and just viewing what's going on in studio, then you really should, right? So you go to YouTube, you go to Al Ansar Media, subscribe, click that bell button, and then whenever we go live, you get a notification, right? So every morning, inshallah, between 6 and 8 a.m., you'll see what we're doing in studio. And of course, there are other shows that use the platform as well. On screen right now, we've got it. So, you know, you can just check it out. The various different videos that are on there. Now, yesterday, one of the guys in the office was looking for the video from yesterday morning, and he's like, Michelle, it's not here. Where'd it go?
Okay.
You got to look under live videos.
Pretty much.
That's where you're going to find the live videos. The other videos, you know, in your home section, whatever, you'll find everything that's being posted to our YouTube channel. And it's growing. It's growing daily. Alhamdulillah, we're grateful for that. Steady daily growth.
All you need to do is literally type out The Breakfast Rush.
There you go.
Live.
Done. And you'll find it.
Sorted.
It's easy like that. Now, the other thing that I want to point out is the potential to market your brand right there as well. Now, something that we're developing here at Al Ansar is a package that would be social media and radio, so all-encompassing package that you could purchase to market your business on screen right here, right, and inside the radio. So people in their cars, in their homes, in their businesses will still be able to hear your ad for your business, for your brand. And of course, those folks that are watching the videos will be able to see your brand as well, your advert as well. Now, the nice thing about this, different from regular television,
And
is
yeah,
that your advert will stay there.
your share button.
Yeah.
The share button is being pressed all the time.
Yeah.
It's being copied all over the place.
Right.
So the reach is really unconditional.
There you go. So if you're a brand, a business, whether small business, large business, and we talk about large business because we've got our sponsor, that is Willerton, that is international.
Yep.
And then Vodacom, feature sponsor on the program, that is national.
With
So
the
we'll talk about big
2.0s.
brands on this program. And your small businesses. So if you auntie down the road making roti, packaging them a dozen or 10 at a time and selling them, I'm pretty certain that we can work out a package for you as well.
Yes.
So do that.
First, I want to taste.
And can you want to taste?
Yes.
You know, it's been a while since I've had kebab and roti.
You know, the weather calls for that. I was just going to say to you earlier, I think we need to change this week. Biryani Friday to Biryani Wednesday. Purely
Today.
because the sky is asking.
There you go.
It's calling.
There you go. So do that, guys. Get in contact with us. 031-208-1601. Ask for our sales department. And any one of the team in our sales department that picks up the phone will be able to tell you this is how we do it. Right? They might even be able to sing the song for you. Go Google it. But anyway, you went there, right? I know you went there. So this is how we do it. And we're doing it differently on Radio Al Ansar. And specifically, the Breakfast Rush, where for a couple of years now, we've been taking everything visual and trying to stay at the forefront of innovation. Just like our sponsors, Willerton, at the forefront of innovation. Now, here's this. 8 minutes to 8. And if you're supposed to be inside the office by 8, we don't want to make you late. So let's go to your Salah times for today before we wrap up your Breakfast Rush.
On the 4th of Zulqa'dah at 14:47, Zohar 11:59, Asr 53 minutes past 3. It's you. Distracting me.
Yeah.
Maghrib 33 minutes past 5 and Isha 9 minutes to 7. Hope you're happy. Have a lovely day. Be the best version of you.
Do good. Be good. Till the next time.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
This hadith is sponsored by Ashraful Aid, International Humanitarian Organization.
Hadith a day. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا تباغضوا. Do not hate one another. To hate another person is a major sin. As Muslims, we should love one another. We should always keep our hearts clean. If we had a problem or dispute, we should be the first to ask for forgiveness.
This hadith is sponsored by Ashraful Aid, International Humanitarian Organization.
Are you looking for a meaningful way to fulfill your zakat obligation? Look no further than Ashraful Aid. With our trusted track record, your zakat reaches those who need it the most in the most honorable and dignified manner. Visit our website at www.ashrafulaid.org.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Allah's knowledge is an endless sea, and as I sink into His grace, I find the real me. Grant me a heart that understands, and give me peace that flows through these hands. Grant me wisdom, make me wise, so grant me a strength to do what's right.
I need your blessings, I need your blessings. You have all my confessions. My knees are bended and my heart needs mending. I'm a reborn man, strong man. Nobody can hold me back. Life is a journey, I know that you're with me, and I know you got it all planned. قد كفاني المربي من سؤالي واختياري فدعائي وابتعالي شاهد لي بافتقاري. قد كفاني المربي من سؤالي واختياري فدعائي وابتعالي شاهد لي بافتقاري. لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله الله الله. لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
is enough for me. His grace is all I see. My dua and my prayer, with him my heart is free. Always a reason to turn to him. In all the good times and the darkness, I'm a slave for the one. Have my faith in my Allah. قد كفاني المربي من سؤالي واختياري، فدعائي وابتعالي شاهد لي بافتقاري. قد كفاني المربي من سؤالي واختياري، فدعائي وابتعالي شاهد لي بافتقاري. لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله، الله الله. لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله، الله الله. قد كفاني المربي من سؤالي واختياري، فدعائي وابتهالي شاهد لي بافتقاري.
The MTN Radio Award nominated Breakfast Rush with Nichal Sarawan.
أسماء الله الحسنى. There are 99 names of Allah. There are 99 names of Allah. أسماء الله الحسنى. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. لا إله إلا هو الرحمن. لا إله إلا هو الرحمن. الرحمن الرحيم الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر الخالق البارئ المصور الغفار القهار. There are 99 names of Allah. أسماء الله الحسنى. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. لا إله إلا هو الرحمن. لا إله إلا هو الرحمن. الوهاب الرزاق العليم الفتاح السميع البصير اللطيف الخبير الغفور الحليم الشكور العظيم العلي الكبير الحفيظ الكريم. There are 99 names of Allah. أسماء الله الحسنى. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. لا الشهيد الحق المجيد القوي المتين الولي الحميد. There are 99 names of Allah. أسماء الله الحسنى. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. لا إله إلا هو الرحمن. لا إله إلا هو الرحمن. الحي القيوم الواحد الزاهر الأحد الصمد الأول الآخر الباطن الولي المتعالي الجامع الغني النور الهادي. There are 99 names of Allah. أسماء الله الحسنى. They are mentioned in the Holy Quran. لا إله إلا هو الرحمن. لا إله إلا هو الرحمن.